cable itself is very difficult to hold on to when it's wet.
There was no rain in the forecast for that day. It was supposed to be 65 and cloudy. And
on July 13th, 2024, Grace Elizabeth Rohloff, a 20-year-old college student with a love for the outdoors, embarked on an adventure that she had dreamed of for years. She and her father, Jonathan, set out to climb Half Dome, one of Yosemite National Park's most iconic and challenging peaks. For Grace, the trip symbolized a bucket list achievement, an opportunity to conquer one of nature's most famous landmarks. But what began as an exhilarating journey of father-daughter bonding and breathtaking views ended in an unimaginable tragedy. A single misstep during their descent turned the experience into a nightmare, one that would claim Grace's life and forever change her family. Grace was no stranger to challenge. Born in Maricopa County, Arizona, on March 7, 2004, she grew up as an active, determined, and compassionate young woman. Her life was marked by a love of adventure, an exceptional academic record, and a dedication to her faith and community. At Valley Lutheran High School in Phoenix, Grace excelled in academics and athletics. She earned the title of salutatorian in her graduating class, demonstrating her relentless drive for excellence. Beyond the classroom, Grace's talent for sports was unparalleled. She held 13 varsity letters in basketball, track, volleyball, golf, and cross country. She also set her school's record in the javelin throw and competed at the state level in multiple events. Her faith was a cornerstone of her life, shaping her interactions with others and inspiring her passion for education. Grace was pursuing a degree in secondary education mathematics at Arizona State University, aiming to graduate in December 2024. She dreamed of becoming a teacher and coach, combining her love for learning and sports into a meaningful career. Her love for nature and the outdoors added another dimension to her vibrant personality. She often sought solace in the natural world, exploring trails and reveling in the beauty of landscapes that inspired her. Her trip to Yosemite was a culmination of her adventurous spirit and her thirst for new experiences. Half Dome is a granite monolith that rises nearly 5,000 feet above Yosemite Valley. Known for its striking appearance and challenging climb, it attracts adventurers from around the world. The Half Dome cables, installed in 1919, provide handholds for hikers during the final, steep ascent. The climb to the summit is not for the faint of heart. The trail spans 14 to 16 miles round trip, with an elevation gain of over 4,800 feet. While the hike rewards visitors with panoramic views and a sense of accomplishment, it also presents numerous risks. Sudden changes in weather, crowded conditions, and the steep, exposed granite slope can make the journey dangerous, even for experienced hikers. On the morning of July 13th, Grace and her father began their ascent of Half Dome. The weather was ideal. Clear skies and warm temperatures provided the perfect backdrop for their adventure. Jonathan had planned the trip meticulously, ensuring they were prepared for the physical and mental challenges of the hike. As they made their way through the trail, Grace expressed her excitement about reaching the summit. "This has always been on my bucket list," she told her father. Her enthusiasm was contagious, and the two shared laughter and conversation as they climbed. By the time they reached the base of the Half Dome cables, the skies began to darken. A park ranger advised them to be cautious, noting the possibility of an incoming storm. Determined to complete the climb, they proceeded with care. Grace and Jonathan ascended the cables without incident, reaching the summit and marveling at the breathtaking views of Yosemite Valley. The serene moment atop Half Dome was short-lived. Thunder rumbled in the distance, signaling the rapid approach of a storm. Aware of the dangers posed by lightning and wet granite, Jonathan urged Grace to begin their descent immediately. As they descended the cables, raindrops began to fall, quickly transforming the already challenging route into a slick and treacherous path. The granite beneath their feet became slippery, and the wooden slats designed to provide footholds offered little security in the wet conditions. Grace, wearing new hiking boots, quickly realized that her footwear lacked the necessary grip for the slick granite. She voiced her concern to Jonathan, saying, "Dad, my shoes are so slippery." He reassured her, urging her to focus and take one step at a time.
The problem was it began to rain at the same time. Once water falls on that route where the cables are, it becomes incredibly slick. The cable itself is very difficult to hold on to when it's wet. And the fear of falling led to basically a traffic jam on the cables. So once we were stuck on the cables, we then became very exposed to the risk of lightning. And the cables themselves became electrified. My metal frame pack began shocking me.
As they carefully navigated the cables, tragedy struck. Grace's foot slipped on the wet granite, causing her to lose her balance. She slid between two wooden slats, her hands desperately reaching for the cables. Jonathan watched in horror as his daughter tumbled down the steep slope, disappearing from view. Panicked, Jonathan descended as quickly as possible, calling out her name in hopes of a response. She had fallen an estimated 200 to 300 feet, sustaining fatal head trauma. The recovery operation was lengthy and complex, requiring search and rescue teams to navigate the difficult terrain. Grace was pronounced dead at the scene, leaving her father and the rescuers in a state of profound grief. Grace's untimely death sent shockwaves through her community. Her family, friends, and church mourned the loss of a young woman who had touched countless lives with her kindness, determination, and adventurous spirit. Social media was flooded with tributes, with many sharing stories of how Grace had inspired them. Her father, Jonathan, has since become an advocate for improved safety measures on Half Dome. He has called for increased awareness of the risks associated with the hike, particularly during inclement weather. A memorial service held on July 27, 2024, celebrated Grace's life and legacy. Her family has established initiatives to promote trail safety and outdoor education, ensuring that her love for adventure and her commitment to helping others continue to make an impact. Grace's story is a sobering reminder of the risks inherent in outdoor adventures. For those considering hikes like Half Dome, the following precautions are essential. Check weather conditions. Always review forecasts before setting out and avoid hiking during storms. Use proper gear. Ensure footwear has adequate traction for the terrain and conditions. Heed warnings. Listen to park rangers and other officials when they advise against proceeding. Prioritize safety. No view or accomplishment is worth risking your life. Grace Rohloff's life was a testament to the beauty of living fully, embracing challenges, and inspiring others. Though her journey was tragically cut short, her memory continues to motivate others to explore the outdoors with caution and respect. If this story moved you, subscribe to Outdoor Tragedies. We bring you the true stories of survival, loss, and the lessons learned from nature's raw power. Stay informed, stay cautious, and always respect the wild.